I gotta be kind of careful whenever I cook up meat, because so I don't get burns on my legs. You've seen the burns on my legs probably. Um, so I have to be kind of careful. This is a My dad told me that I should get a pork loin. Uh, so I got a big. So so my wife and I went to the grocery store and got a big old pork. I think this is pork shoulder. Um, there's a pretty good sized bone in here, but anyway, what I did was I put it in. I put some water in the pot, the big pot, and I put it on top of the stove for what 5, 6 hours or something, and I put it on simmer. Um, I mixed in uh, some uh, some spices. The spices that I mixed in are garlic salt, and I didn't. It's not like I really used any special amount. A tablespoon of this or a tablespoon garlic salt, um, pepper, and oregano, leafy oregano. I put all those things in there, and I just mixed them in. I didn't really, I didn't add a certain amount of this or a certain amount of that or anything like that. And after a couple hours, after I put it on simmer, so it was on simmer for a couple hours, and then the house really started to smell pretty nice. Um, the pork was cooking up pretty good, and my mom said you don't want to get the water too bubbly, so you want just a little bit of bubbles. Um, and so I had it on simmer for about I would say 5 or 6 hours, and then what I can do then is I can turn the pork into shredded pork. So I get 2 forks and I shred it, because if I try to do it by hand, it's too hot. It's too hard to do it by hand. At that, see what I'm doing is as soon as it's hot, as soon as it's I would say as soon as the 5 or 6 hours is done and it's pretty tender, the meat is pretty tender or pretty soft, um, then see I can't even I tried to grab it with my tongs here, and it was the pieces of meat were just kind of falling off the bone. They were just kind of breaking off. So you know that's the consistency that I want the meat to be at whenever I'm going to be shredding it, because I want it to easily break apart. Pork is a really good meat to work with whenever it's done cooking. Um, and it's not that hard to cook. It's pretty short to cook it. Pork tenderloins cook in what, 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. So a lot of your pork just really cooks quickly, and it cooks easily, and it doesn't taste too bad either. Um, I'm trying to look at my I'm trying to get my protein intake high, and the reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to uh, make things heal up fast, faster than they might normally if I ate a lot of carbohydrates. I think that my leg burns are healing up a little bit faster than they would normally, because I'm eating so much meat. There's still a lot of slow healing going on with the leg burn on my left side, on my left groin area, my left hip area, or my left inner thigh, I mean. But so what I'm doing is we got like, I can't remember how many pounds of shredded beef that we got there, but I think it was probably 10 or something like that. So I shredded it all up. I actually we got about 10 pounds of pork. I shredded it all up and